As Steed explains to Emma Peel, the whoever Steed works for, at this point it is unclear just who Steed works for. In fact, one of Kathy Gale's main problems was that he wouldn't tell her. He just expected her to trust him that these people had the best interest of the country of Great Britain in mind. In fact, it wouldn't be revealed until after Emma Peel left the show who he worked for in the series' last 2 seasons. So I won't get into that unless I go into some of the Tara King episodes later on. But he explains that they, whoever they are, have been receiving reports that in a town named Little Baisley by the Sea, something odd is going on. Nothing specific, just something odd. Well, that seems worth putting our best agent on it right away. No, actually they didn't. Apparently, because they sent one agent to look into it. He disappeared. Then another agent was sent to look for him. He disappeared. Then another agent was sent to look for him, and he disappeared. And another agent was sent to look for him, and he disappeared. And finally, they got around to calling up Steed, who enlists Emma Peel to help him. So, they're taking the train in. Once they are joined by either Harry Potter's uncle or me? Anyway, they pretend to just be fellow travelers and not know not know each other. Emma Peel is going in undercover as a new school teacher, complete with documents. This is one of the first suggestions we've had that Steed isn't working for a private organization, but some organization that is actually tied to the British government. Earlier episodes, Steed tended to get some sort of monetary gain or some sort of secret out of the deal or something that benefited himself or them, as he referred to his higher-ups. So this is one of the first times we get any sort of suggestion that he is actually working for the British government. Well, they get to the town and, well, let's just say if the look of a place and the sinister incidental music doesn't scare you off, well, then the fact that it's about to be raided by the Black Riders should. They find out that their traveling companion on the train is in the town to visit his brother. At first, the innkeeper doesn't seem to know who he's talking about, but then he acts as though they are good friends. Puzzling. The innkeeper, well, let's just say he's a little too friendly, and between the ridiculous mustache out of Monty Python and the Holy Grail and his, well, laugh, just hear it.
It's gone.
I don't think this man is allowed within 500 feet of a school. The principal or whatever, headmistress or whatever they call them in Great Britain, who's in charge of the school, seems taken aback by Emma Peel's arrival, saying that she didn't ask for any additional teachers. Emma Peel shows her a letter from the government saying that she's been assigned there, and, well, she still seems to take affront at this until a man claiming to be the school inspector pipes in and says, well, they could always use another teacher, not to act suspicious. Then everyone in the pub leaves in the middle of the night with shotguns to go badger hunting, because, according to the innkeeper, it's more fun at night. Because, of course, it's easier to shoot your friends in those conditions. But we soon find why. If there's one thing these black and white British shows from the 1960s are good at, is despite their slow pace, they are better than American shows of the same period, I believe, at setting up atmosphere. The directors would try just a little more experimental camera angles, and they definitely knew how to set a tension in a scene, even if it just involved Harry Potter's uncle being chased by dogs. Want to know where our heroes are this whole time? Well, they've discovered that all the windows to their rooms are locked, and outside they hear what sounds like marching. Odd. With no way to see outside, Steed unsuccessfully tries to make his way out of the inn, only to be blocked at every turn. First, when he says he needs to go mail a letter, so the inspector of schools just happens to turn up right in front of him and says he's going by the box anyway, and takes the letter right out of Steed's hand and takes it. Yeah, nothing suspicious going on here. And then they don't exactly find themselves locked in, but every time they turn around, somebody seems to be watching them, so going covertly doesn't seem to work. Meanwhile, Harry Potter's uncle has called on his brother, who is the village blacksmith, who he happens to carry a picture of in his wallet. We don't see what happens when he goes to the blacksmith's house, but we do see him being hunted down by dogs later. The innkeeper again passes off the noise as badger hunting, because again, it's more fun at night. At this point, I think I call it walrus hunting. Hey, it's not body shaming. Look at me. Look at this. See. I'm fat too, so I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to make that joke. So, you may be asking yourself, what the heck is going on? Well, you're about to find out. After Steed and Peel do some searching around town, in which Steed finds that at the old demolished airfield from World War II, that the innkeeper is actually listed among those killed in action in 1942. Emma Peel runs into a man covered in mud in the school. He dies of plot convenience death to keep the mystery going so that the show can run to an hour, but not before saying the word below and pointing to a picture of the class at school. School has been mysteriously dismissed, by the way, in the middle of the school term, and yet no children seem to be around anywhere. Another suspicious thing. Add to that Steed and Peel finding Harry Potter's uncle's body on the shore, along with a picture of his brother that still in his wallet. A picture, by the way, that does not look anything like the blacksmith they have already met. And things are starting to look a bit suspicious.